me to ask you a very controversial question to ask at the beginning of an afternoon drive talk show that is, at least to some degree, devoted to sports conversation and coverage, at least in the sense that the name of the station is KFAN, and it's sort of been over a period of decades our bread and butter.
The Fan?
Yes.
Will I allow it?
Will you allow me to do it? Because it's delicate.
Yeah.
It's controversial. One could say by asking it, I'm biting the hand that feeds me.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to ask it anyway.
It's bumper to bumper with Dan Barreiro, so ask away.
Would the world be better off, the entire world, be better off if the only time a station called KFAN talked sports was when any given playoff season began? I ask this because you're actually my inspiration for this. Earlier today, we taped a little ditty we call Enough Said at the Fox 9 studios in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And the discussion on the table was the recent surge by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And one of the points you made is, I think, one that we've discussed before, that these seasons feel like they go on so long that you can drive yourself crazy trying to decide when to overreact, when to underreact, what is a proper reaction to any particular surge or any particular losing streak. So would the way out of the box be, new rule, for example, on this show, we no longer discuss the Minnesota Timberwolves until the playoffs begin. Thereby, we no longer have to agonize over, are we making too big of a deal regarding the latest surge? Are we making too big of a deal about a losing streak? Because we know, despite cries on this for centuries, the NBA is not going to shorten the schedule from 82 to 50. I think a lot of people believe 50 would be ideal. Ain't going to happen. Hockey, they're not going to reduce it. In fact, they're adding it. We're going to 84 games,
That's
for God's sake. 84 games.
Next year.
Starting with next season. So would it be a healthier environment here? Now, the question is how you fill up the rest of the time.
I'm a little worried about that part of it.
Well, we can do that. We can go not just A section, but B section, as in culture stuff, arts stuff, etc. Because it is self-evident that all this stuff does go on so long and too long that we end up overanalyzing stuff not worth overanalyzing, in part because we feel like, well, that's what we're obligated to do. Or it might be a given performance just annoys you. And then you say, well, I got to get it off my chest, even if in 3 weeks it will be ancient history. Now, probably the one exception to this would be football. Because even though the football season is at 17 now and is likely to go to 18, that's not yet been finalized, but it's assumed, correct?
Most people think so.
I have predicted eventually we'll have a 20-game regular season in the National Football League.
With a division in Europe.
Exactly right. And 3 byes. So that'll be the comeback to trying to save players and keep them relatively healthy. That's still, because there's only a game a week, I think you can still get away with underreacting and overreacting to a regular season football game. That's the only sport where it makes any sense. Because, well, part of it is because it's the most popular game, but even then, you don't feel like you're overstating it. But because baseball, they play every day during the summer.
Right.
And I don't even know if that's relevant because it's the Twins, but ordinarily, they play every day, and that's 162 damn games, right? 82 and 84. I mean, how many months? So the hockey and basketball seasons start in, is it October?
October usually, yep.
And the regular seasons end, NBA, it's mid-April?
Mid-April.
And is it the same for, I don't know,
it's right around there.
If hockey's affected by the Olympic getaway for a while, I'm not sure. That's a long time. October, November, December, January 4, February 5, March 6. That's half a year. And I'm wondering if this is an experiment we should consider. That from this point forward,
yeah.
I know it would devastate. Well, you know what the fallness joke would be? What's the difference? Yeah. That writes itself.
Yep.
But if we simply, the question is, would we even acknowledge wins and losses in the top 5? Maybe we could do that. So you could still do the news of it.
Yeah, get it in there.
But no commentary on it, because there's a good chance that in 2 weeks we're going to forget about it and it's not going to mean anything. That's my question to you and to the audience via the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line, which is blocking me right now. Maybe it heard me yesterday say I was going to take a 2-day hiatus, because every time I go on, try to get on the usual way, it's saying session expired, even though I haven't started the session yet. So Who knows what that's about?
Or maybe we put some kind of firewall just to mess with you. Maybe the station.
It's possible.
Although I will say every computer since I've gotten here today is not running correctly.
Everything's kind of weird today?
Everything's slow. Nothing is working the way that it's supposed to. I don't know if they're just mailing it in because it's a Friday, just the computers in general. Well, if we're going to do this experiment, can I have one request?
Sure.
Could we start it a week from today? Because we're scheduled to be at the Target Center Cage next Thursday on the 22nd before Wolves Bulls.
That's a good point.
Now, I could call our buddy Kyle at Hennepin Theater Trust and maybe have somebody from the Pantages roll over. I'll have my buddy Matt from Fogo come over.
Yeah.
We could find ways to fill the time, but it'd be a little tough to do the Skyway Cage show if we weren't going to talk Wolves Bulls.
Yeah, and it would be too early to do a preview of the playoffs because we don't know who we're going to play.
We don't. No. We don't. We don't even know if Kobe White's going to be playing for the Bulls that night or us.
That's true, too.
We're not sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe we make those kinds of exceptions when we're on location, which is rare.
It has been, yeah.
Other than that, I'm just trying to figure out how that would work out, because I think day to day, it really is. And look, this beats working for a living. I think we all know that. But the most challenging and frustrating and annoying part of it is exactly that, knowing when it's even worth responding to what took place on a given night. You could say, especially this season, where I feel, and I don't have analytic proof to back this up, but I feel beyond just the Timberwolves, I see more dramatic shifts from good to bad, even amongst above average to good teams, than I've ever seen. It seems almost routine that you can go from winning by 30 to losing by 40. Now, I understand part of that is the proliferation of the three-point shot, but it can become quite a maddening exercise to say, what are we spinning our wheels? We're going to pretend to be bitter about this, and 2 weeks later it's not going to matter. They're going to come back the other way. And it can work both ways. You could also overreact to success and or failure just as well. I mean, when we got killed by Atlanta, the Finchy approach was to go very understated. Everybody else was losing their minds, including his best player, Anthony Edwards. And Finchy basically was saying, we've been through this before. We'll hang together. We'll get through it. We'll be fine. And my reaction to that was, really? I mean, Rome's burning. Now, he may have known his team, clearly knew his team better than I did in terms of how they've responded since. Now, they could go back into another funk. It's very difficult to say. So after a game like that, I think it's hard not to want to pound on the coach and say, what are you watching? That's got to be an unacceptable performance. But I also get, like, ESPN would be out of business. I understand a lot of people, it's like, well, how are we going to fill all that time? Maybe it's not realistic, but it does point to, if you have daily programming, right? Daily shows, not weekly, not monthly, not yearly. It's the biggest hurdle to, I think, properly informing, entertaining, infuriating the audience. Is what's the right balance of how you react to 3 games in 5 days, and knowing that there's going to become there's more games coming the next week, And there's more games coming the week after that. Now, you could say, well, that's part of the beauty of it. That's part of what the appreciation of it, that the yin and the yang of it, the ups and downs, and sort of mucking your way through it. The adventure of it is part of what enriches the whole process and leaves you at the end feeling like, well, this has been an interesting journey, as we say in the business. Journey is the big word that they like to use at Big Ten Network.
Oh, yeah, the journey.
The journey.
Yeah, it's a good show.
So you could say there's some journey stuff to this to say, yeah, that's it. No, that's what makes it. If it was all static and all the same all the time, that too would be boring. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just asking it on the basis of what you had mentioned earlier today. So you're saying if we try it, maybe we try it for a day. We could maybe try it for a day, but we won't try it for, is it Wednesday we're going?
Thursday.
Yeah,
the
Thursday
22nd.
We're going to Target Center.
The next home game.
Two teams that don't like one another.
For sure.
Hated rivals, the Wolves and the Chicago Bulls.
They'll probably be Eastern Conference rivals in the next few years when expansion hits. We'll get moved to the East, which was always our dream in the 90s.
It seems inevitable, yeah. I think that's going to happen. Do we have the Wolves have an official position on that? Have they taken one, the new ownership?
I don't know if the new ones have. I know the old ones really wanted to go to the East. It'd be hard
not to, unless there's a big shift between East and West strength.
Fan wants to give you a shot to win bonus bucks. It is our national cash contest. We're going to remember to do this today as well. We're going to give you an opportunity to win $1,000. The first keyword of the afternoon is money. Go to KFAN.com and enter the keyword money. One night, one stage, one epic band, My Chemical Romance, Target Field, August 24th. Grab your tickets before they're gone. All the details are at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Question for you, is Ballsack Sports a real X handle, or is that one of those what we call in the business satiric?
I believe it's fairly satiric.
So
are you thinking about the MJ nugget?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't count on that.
So the nugget they wrote, because I did do, believe it or not, some perusing elsewhere.
A secondary source?
Which would indicate something might be up. They might have connected a few dots that shouldn't be connected. But here is the latest Ballsack Sports tweet. Michael Jordan has declined further interviews with the NBA on NBC. Jordan was paid $80 million to film an hour-long sit-down interview in 2025. NBC gambled and lost, and then it's a photo of Michael smirking with a headline that reads $80 million. So the implication offered up via Ballsack Sports is that one interview we saw of Mike Tirico sitting down with Jordan at one of his homes. That's it. Because it was billed originally as, okay, every once in a while
he's a contributor.
He's going to contribute, and there's going to be a little bit more. We're going to find out a little bit more about this and find out a little more about that. Implication here is he said, I'm done.
Great.
And he's already cashed the check, apparently. So what's the truth? Well, if you read from some other sites that I think are less than satiric, more legit, it does sound like some defensiveness has already kicked in on the part of the NBC people.
Yeah.
About how there hasn't yet even been a second interview. We're now how many months into the season? Are we halfway through the season yet?
Right around there.
Pretty close.
Yeah. And
I don't think there's been a follow-up, right, to the one interview, at least as far as what they've shown, right? So it does seem to be, maybe what I think might be fair is that NBC might be sweating a little bit about whether they're going to get what they thought they were going to get. Now, you'd assume there would be contracts on this where it would be kind of spelled out, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was vague enough that Michael is saying, I'm going to end up doing this a lot less than they might have envisioned, correct?
Yeah, they are under heat about it, and I know Mike Tirico actually just did one of the podcasts, the Jimmy Traina Sports Media podcast, I think, to talk about the Olympics and all that.
Right.
And he was asked about it, and he said, I understand people are probably a little disappointed because it's been that one interview.
Yeah, and and that was right at the start of the season, wasn't it?
Yes, they did mix in as the weeks went on early. I haven't checked in on a lot of the NBC Peacock stuff recently, But as the season was going along, early they did show other parts of it, other parts of the interview.
Okay.
But it was clearly the same conversation.
Yeah.
Which isn't, like when we got word that MJ was going to be a part of it, we all sat up and listened, right? And said, whoa, this would be great. Now, I didn't expect him to be in Oklahoma City on a Tuesday, on the courtside panel.
But you thought we would get him on some pertinent issues of the day, right?
Yes.
Load management. And maybe he covered that in that first interview. Did he?
Yeah, well, in one of them. He's been asked about it with Tirico. But even then, there's other things that come up as the season goes along and that you'd like, if he's going to be a part of it, him to weigh in on.
This is from Matt out of, looks like Shoreview. Yeah, Shoreview. I've been listening to Bumper for over a decade now, and that was by far the worst first segment I've ever heard.
Wow.
After surviving the dark ages of Timberwolves history, how dare you threaten to take away the weekly roller coaster of emotions from us until the playoffs? Yes, there are bad lows, but unlike from 2006 to 18, we get the highs too. Love the show, Matt from Shoreview. On the other hand, and by the way, this isn't just a Timberwolves thing, but I digress. Dan, when I turn on your show and you're doing a segment on the Wolves, I switch channels immediately for exactly your point. It is mostly irrelevant at this point of the season. I question effort night in, night out. 50 games at a higher price ticket would be better for me. That's Jack from Edina. Naturally, the guy from Edina says, I pay more money.
Yeah.
But I get his point because I think 50 games, you'd start to feel like, well, at least if there are 3 games in a week or 2.5 games in a week, you'd start feeling like, well, those games matter. Right? If they are 2 of 50 as opposed to 2 of 82, in the case of hockey, 84. Dan, how are young men supposed to bet their lives away on sports if they don't have any commentary from you guys on previous games and what could happen next? That might be the box.
We need to help educate.
I always thought the NFL could figure out a schedule where they have games on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, where teams play every 7 to 10 days, and that could eliminate the Sunday, Thursday short turnaround of games. They could add more games to the season and potentially more players too. Seasons are long. Twins don't hit dongs. Great goaltending is gone. Wolves in 5. That's just thrown into the middle of it. As a hockey fan, I would have no problem with you putting the Wolves on hold until the playoffs. This would give you the added benefit of talking more hockey and getting fallness off your back. 763 and 651.
But no.
It doesn't. No. Because the same rule would apply even more so for hockey once they go to 84 games.
And the problem with the Wild is if we do the playoff rule, we're only going to talk about them one series. At least with the Wolves, we might get a couple of rounds.
I don't know if I count on that series based on we've been playing late. I mean, it's really hard for us to miss the playoffs, right?
It would be.
At this point?
Yeah, it would be.
Mike Tice said it best.
Why would I say that?
I don't know. It's on you.
It is on me. I shouldn't have said it. It was too easy, though.
This ain't gonna help us get Billy Guerin 3 times from Italy.
Or the Parisi-Pontiac deal.
Mike Tice said it best, enjoy the season. Talking about the ups and downs is what sports all about, Dan. Plus, you're the sports leader. Come on now. I think if basketball, baseball, and hockey would shorten seasons, many more would watch. And there'd be more sold-out crowds, win-win for the owners and the fans. You can fill the extra time you have with more Glenn Mason stories. He'd be willing to do it, that's for sure. 2 words, movie reviews. That's from China Guy.
Do people watch movies anymore, though, besides Corey Cove?
But you broaden it. You don't just make it about movies at the theater. You basically make it about, new
TV
series, new TV shows, new bingeable streaming series. That's because you'd almost have to do it because you're right. Those days, I think, are pretty much all but gone.
Did you know that more people watched the Pop-Tart Bowl than watched the Golden Globes the other night?
I'm not surprised.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm actually not surprised at all.
A little over 8 million for both.
The award shows are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the first to say it, but they've killed it. There's a lot of reasons for it. Not the least of which was the speech making. I mean, again, it's almost like once Ricky Gervais exposed those frauds, everybody else figured it out or were reminded of, and they said, why am I watching this nonsense? And I think it's over. I think they're living in their own world if they think otherwise. Did I miss the lineup for today? No, you did not, 651 guy. I'm about to give it to you. It will be Scooter E. Neal III at 5:30. It will be Ben Gessling at 4:30. And we do, because I think even he has tweeted out confirmation, we do have or expect to have Carl Gerbschmidt for the prediction segment coming up at just a matter of minutes. I think even he realizes that despite his emotional outburst after the Packers choke against the Bears, that he wasn't going to be able to stick to his threat, that he wasn't going to be a part of the prediction segment because he is indeed contractually obligated to do so, to be a part of it. But what happens if Aaron Rodgers comes here next year? Are you not going to talk about him? That might be the box.
You've given the out, though, that football's the one exception.
I think football might be the one exception. Even football, you could argue it's dangerous. It can be. But I think it's much easier to get away with it with football because it's one game. It's just one game a week. And it's still, relatively speaking, it just doesn't feel like it's that long compared to those other seasons. So I think we'd be safe there. And I'm still all on board. I have no difficulty saying I would raise my hand tomorrow. I'd meet him at the airport if he wanted. If the Vikings change course and decide, bleep it. A-Raj, we're going to try it for 1 year. What's J.J. McCarthy going to do? Demand a trade? He can't even stay on the field. What are we going to get for him? So I'm all in on any of those ideas. But we'll get into that more with Ben Gessling at 4:30. Let's pause here. Alan in Afton writes, Dan, does this mean you'll have more time to replay the Sarah Spain discussion? Very possibly.
40, he could go, 50, intercepted, and a touchdown to the 10, he will score!
It's time for the Bumper to Bumper award-winning NFL prediction segment on The Fan, brought to you by Continental Diamond. Now, to help you break down this week's games, here's your favorite NFL wonk, Dan Barreiro.
Well, apparently there's going to be I'm already annoyed that I don't even have any control of my own program here because allegedly a written statement is going to have to be read over the air first. By the way, I don't have the. Did you bring the sheet in?
Oh, I didn't. I was talking to Carl.
Yeah,
I'll grab it from the printer.
So, do you have the statement, or is Carl going to read it? What are we doing here?
I don't think either. I think.
So, what is this? I don't like you deciding that you have any sort of power over this program. You're lucky to be a part of this show, and now, right during that break, Guardsy tells me, well, there's going to be a statement that has to be read. What are we talking about here? Why isn't this? Why can't you just do the segment like you were legally obligated to do it?
This is a statement from my lawyer, my brother, Mark Gerbschmidt. Please hold for this. He recorded it for me. Hold on.
But,
our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly on the Bumper to Bumper show in the award-winning prediction segment, where he will be asked to pick winners in NFL games. He is not contracted to provide banter, repartee, or general conversation. Mr. Gerbschmidt considers the behavior of the host of said Bumper to Bumper show to be abusive and demeaning, and is not required to participate in this program under these conditions. Any further abuse or bullying will be subject to legal redress. Mr. Gerbschmidt is not obligated to work in an unsafe job environment.
You hear that? That's legal.
Where do you people come from? Well, I know you come from Wisconsin, Elk Mound.
Are you going to be abusive?
Are you familiar with a Twitter handle called Ballsack Sports?
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly on the Bumper to Bumper show.
It's not abusive.
In the award-winning prediction segment,
repartee,
where he will be asked to pick winners in NFL games. He is not contracted to provide banter, repartee, or general conversation.
So I guess you're not going to answer that. You're not going to answer that. But I mean, Do you understand? You've been, I think, a part of this program long enough to know that, sadly, you're cutting your nose to spite your face in taking this position.
Mr. Gerbschmidt is not obligated to work in an unsafe job environment.
I get it. Okay.
I don't think it's unsafe.
What? Yeah. How is it unsafe?
I will not be bullied.
There was no bullying in my question.
Well, it's just a matter of time.
Well, you can't anticipate the bullying.
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly on the Bumper to Bumper show.
Shut Vern down. No, that's not Vern. That's the filmmaker.
That's Mark. Mark's my brother. He's a lawyer, so you know it's legal.
Let me ask you whether this message, this text, might change your view of the entire repartee question and conversation. Drew writes, tell Gerby hearing his voice is going to make my day carrying the mail in Marshall, Minnesota. 15-degree temperature with 24-mile-per-hour sustained winds and 35-mile-per-hour gusts. Shouldn't that be enough to tell you that to pout and to pretend to make these silly distinctions about what you will participate in and what you won't? Don't you think that's unfair to Drew?
Mr. Gerbschmidt is not obligated to work in an unsafe job environment.
Look, I feel bad for the guy having to be out there. What is that called?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to take it. I don't have to take it. I can advise. I don't have to take your abuse. And I know that's what you're going to do. I know.
How so?
I know, because that's what you do. You abuse people and you think it's funny.
Because your team participated in a historic choke and collapse?
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly on the Bumper to Bumper show.
I can go on.
Yeah, obviously you can. So it sounds like what you're telling me, without telling me, is I might as well get to the games and then hang up on you. And let the rest of it, the segment, be witty repartee between the host of the program and the producer of the show. And Guards, you know what this does tell me? What we talked about yesterday and what we've done in other weeks, we need another participant in the prediction segment. We're down to only title round, obviously.
Yeah. Not contracted to provide banter, repartee, or general
I'm not talking about you now. Not talking about you. Stop flicking the switch. My God. That's what we're going to have to do. It's probably too late to get somebody today, don't you think?
Unless somebody's listening and just wants to call the hotline.
Call the hotline, yeah.
First one in.
First one in. We could do that. Yeah. That's true. That's very true.
We'll put you on.
All right, should we get to the games, Gerby?
Our celebrity picker last week, Gessling, was 4-2. I don't have him on the sheet because he's not with us. He'll be with us at 4:30, but he was 4-2 last week.
Was he really?
Ben Gessling, yeah.
I was 5-1.
Why do you have to keep talking about last week? We can't just talk about the future.
How'd Matt Ramage handle it?
Here it comes.
He is not contracted to provide banter, repartee, or general conversation.
Gerby was for
I don't have to talk. Why do you need to talk about this?
You were 2-4 last week, for the record.
Okay, that's fine.
Now we have the...
It was a tough week.
Average Rubes calling everything.
That's true.
We're talking about the hotline. We're not... We love the Rubes.
Yeah.
But we're not really going to include regular participants. I mean, just listeners to the program. All right, let's get to the games without further ado. Would that make you happy?
Well, unless you want something else you want to talk about.
Well, what else? I mean, we're not allowed to talk about anything else without you interpreting it as some kind of a browbeating or bullying.
Right. If you want to talk about the Wisconsin Interactive Ice Bowl exhibit, bed and breakfast and lunch.
Well, why should we want to talk about that? What does that do us?
Well, how are bookings going? I'm actually curious with how things are going.
Yeah, I dropped off a little in the last week, okay?
I wonder why.
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly.
You got it?
612 guy writes he can dish it out, but he can't take it.
Take what? No, I am not abusive.
Wow.
Is there a Matt LaFleur room? You were going to name the rooms, right? You picked a couple of rooms, like guys to name the rooms after.
Contracted to provide banter.
It's about the bed and breakfast.
It's not abuse.
You're abusing me.
Your definition of abuse has widened considerably.
It's about the bed and breakfast and lunch. You said you wanted to talk about it. I want to know what you told us what the rooms were a few weeks ago. I didn't know if you had changed some of the names.
No, we have not changed them.
So there's still a Chimura room?
Yeah, why not? He was a great tight end.
Yeah, he's misunderstood is what he was. Wow, there's some very angry and disappointed texters right now.
Because people want to see people get abused.
No, they just want to see you engage.
I'm engaged right now, Dan.
You are?
I'm really engaged, right up to the point where you start to abuse me.
Yeah.
And belittle me. It's not a safe work environment.
Actually, I have a good idea for a celebrity picker. I'm going to call him.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I'll call him.
Ed in St. Paul writes this. Let's see how you interpret this text. Dan, will you please tell Gerby that we had to put our family dog down yesterday after 15 years and listen to KFAN
That's
programming,
bad.
and Gerby has made the healing process for myself more bearable. That's Ed in St. Paul. Anything you want to say to Ed?
Yeah, I feel real bad for you.
Me too.
That's terrible.
That's awful.
That's awful. That's the kind of stuff that's really bad.
Yeah, it's really. I agree
I
totally.
feel sorry for you, Ed in St. Paul. Hope you get through it.
Yeah, we're apparently helping him. We have a guest, a celebrity picker as well. Is that correct? Oh, let me see if I can get to him.
What?
Hold on a second. Do you want to call him up? I'm afraid I'm gonna hang Gerby up. Hey, are you the celebrity guest picker who just called the hotline?
Yes, I am.
And could you identify yourself, please, to the audience for those who don't recognize the voice, and to Carl?
My name is Lavelle E. Neal III.
Mr. Gerbschmidt is not obligated to work.
He hasn't even said anything yet.
There's nothing abusive about having a Bears fan on as a celebrity picker.
That's the act of having a Bears fan on with you is a form of abuse?
Could be.
Not yet. Can we just give him a chance? Maybe he'll surprise you. Lavelle,
Carl, it's nice to chat with you again.
Yeah, what would you like to say to Carl?
It's nice to chat with him again. I think the last time we had a conversation was about 20 years ago. So it's been a while. Long time no hear from Carl.
Is it emotional for you too, Carl?
It's into my memory, all right.
Well, that sounds a little bit abusive right there. That doesn't sound...
So that you're not obligated to listen to it, then.
Is there any truth to the rumor, Carl, that you've named a room after Caleb Williams? Because you know that's going to be a fundraiser now.
You guys, I suppose you think it's funny.
It's kind of funny.
I guess it's funny.
I will say, I don't think Sinekin
What's wrong
felt
with
like
you,
it was
Dick?
funny
You
when
think
Lavelle showed up to Packer Preview. I did happen to hear that.
What's
Yeah, you wrecked the whole show.
How is it wrecked?
Packer Preview.
You wrecked it.
Oh, Packer Preview, yeah.
Lavelle wrecks Packer Preview.
Preview.
Lavelle,
It's Packer Preview.
do you want to apologize to Carl and all Packer fans?
Do you, Lavelle, want to apologize for wrecking it?
I've got nothing to apologize to Carl for. Over the years of abuse he's dished to Bears fans and myself in particular, I still remember him on a previous show going, "What the hell kind of name is Lavelle?" So that's a direct shot. That's not even making fun of. That's just a verbal attack on my name.
That's abuse right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's abuse.
I'm just curious about the etymology of the word.
Oh, stop
The
it.
name.
Stop it. That doesn't make any sense.
You didn't even think I knew that word, did you?
That's a good word, yeah. Can you spell it?
No, it's got a Y in it. I know
Yeah,
that.
it has a couple Y's in it, I
It's
think.
got a couple Y's.
Yeah, definitely does.
This is starting to irritate me.
Well, how so?
Because I think you guys are all sitting around laughing at me.
No.
Nobody's laughing.
No one's laughing. What are you...
You're way too sensitive. We've moved on to this week.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this week then.
Doesn't seem like you're having... If you're honest, don't you think that as much as you're telling us to move on, it's your incapability to move on is what's the source of all this angst?
My therapist says I should move on.
Yeah. How long have you had this therapist?
It's a Saturday night.
Saturday night was the first session? Man, that's interesting. How did you,
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt, is legally contracted to appear weekly on...
We don't need to talk about it.
Carl, can I mention to you a lot of contributions coming in from the audience here right now? I mean, like dozens and dozens and dozens of them. And I'm trying to find the one I'm looking for because I think it's Larry. I think Larry Mondello guy has checked in again. You familiar with Larry Mondello?
That's great.
You familiar with Larry?
Because he texts every week at the same time.
He does.
Among others.
He respects you.
What do you mean?
Well, I think part of the reason he's always texting during this segment is he has great respect. Here's what he writes. Did Carl say that the...
Of course, that's Lavelle's phone.
Oh, I guess Lavelle hung up.
All right, we don't need to call him back.
We don't try to use his picks anyway.
This is what Mondello guy wrote. Did Carl say that the voice in his recording is his brother Mark? Is he sure? I'm pretty sure that sounds like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he's heard that before.
It has a little hitch in his voice.
That's his lawyer voice.
Okay, he's supposed to be very official.
Yeah, because he's got a deeper voice than I do. Pretty much everybody in my family has a deeper voice than I have.
Have you thought about doing promotions?
I had an accident when I was younger, so that's why. Okay,
You did?
Yeah.
What kind?
None of your damn business, Dan.
No, you brought it up. We're just kind of curious. We're concerned.
It's all better. Just I have a higher voice now.
Really? That's all it's related to, huh? It affected your voice, did it?
Yeah.
Is this something in the trachea?
It's a little lower than that.
A little lower than that, huh? Huh. I see. What? Well, what kind of injury? I mean, how does this happen?
Why don't you talk about it?
How did it happen? I don't think you've ever revealed this before.
It's never come up.
Yeah.
You ever had to listen to when you met my brother Randy, he wasn't doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. But you're recovered? Is that what you're saying? Other than the voice?
Yeah, I'm fine, Dan.
Sean writes that Gerby has been verbally abusive for years. I took it as playful banter, but I guess he was being serious. He needs to have conversations with his therapist more regularly.
What is he talking about? I have never been abusive.
You haven't?
No.
When you endorsed the injury of or embraced the potential injury of Vikings players because you...
I've never done that. Never, ever.
Yeah, you did. You did it with the linebacker who ruined the shoulder of your second favorite quarterback, Anthony Barr, Aaron Rodgers.
I believe what I said, and I'm trying to remember back then because it was a while ago, and I don't think about Aaron Rodgers much anymore, was that eye for an eye.
Well, that's pretty direct.
It's in the Bible, Dan.
Yeah. Were you ever nicknamed Scooter?
I had a scooter.
But you were never nicknamed Scooter.
That's not related to the accident.
No. Thank God. I am intrigued. Did the accident involve
I thought I was riding my sister's bike and I wasn't. Okay, just say that.
Oh man.
That sounds like some sort of scrotal related injury. Is that?
He is not contracted to provide banter, repartee, or general conversation.
That would be confirmation. Have you thought about doing 2-for-1 weekend specials on room rates to, so that maybe you can get a little momentum going? You say that you're having some difficulty now at the bed and breakfast and lunch.
People are depressed. Okay?
Yeah.
People are depressed.
Can Bears fans? Will you rent a room to a Bears fan? If they come in wearing the paraphernalia of the Bears or the Vikings or the Lions, would you still rent them a room?
Yeah, probably.
At this point, I think you're desperate enough that you'd have to. Isn't that so?
Not that desperate. We're okay.
Okay.
We're booked up past the Super Bowl. So it falls off after that.
Well, I don't feel like we're let's just get to the picks, I guess. I don't feel like we're going to get anything from you of any substance other than we did get
we
it.
just had a wonderful little talk
About a medical condition.
E. Neal is too chicken to stay on the phone.
Well,
that's fine.
He's got phone problems. Sometimes.
There's these things just happen. Your phone issues are thankfully a lot less challenging than those of Scooter E. Neal III. All right, let's do the games. Let's just get to them. The first game tomorrow, I believe, is Denver hosting the Buffalo Bills. The Broncos are favored by 1.5 points. Carl?
Yeah.
Keep it factual, please.
Buffalo is pretty good. But what's the spread?
1.5.
And Denver's 13-1 straight up the last 14 games. But Buffalo is 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games against Denver.
Wow.
I didn't think Buffalo was going to win last week. But I don't think Denver's got that kid quarterback who I don't think is that great. Sometimes you just got to take the one that's got the best quarterback. Oh, boy. I'll take Denver.
Guardsy?
This is Josh Allen's moment. I hope he's got a supporting cast because this is his time to go. You guys know how I feel about Denver. I'm definitely making this an emotional pick. I would love to see Sean Payton as a number 1 seed losing the divisional round at home. I will take the Bills.
Bo Nix has really not been that great.
Thank you.
He's made some plays. He's had some good comebacks, but this is a defense-driven team. And for that reason, and they are at home, I'm tempted because I don't think this is as good a Buffalo team as we're accustomed to.
Correct.
But I still don't trust Denver enough. I will take Buffalo to win this game straight up, which, of course, means that they will cover. Game 2 tomorrow night is getting kind of saucy because of the potential injury status of Sam Darnold. The Seahawks are favored by 7.5 at home. The Seahawks, of course, the number 1 seed over the Niners, who knocked off the Eagles last week. Gerby?
Yeah, is anybody healthy in this game? I mean, these are two quarterbacks who both kind of choke in the playoffs.
Well, one of them.
I don't know. I think the Donald thing is that they're kind of playing it up. I don't know. San Francisco is 7-2 the last 9 games against Seattle. So, but I'll take. Oh boy, I don't like it because San Francisco's hurt really bad. But I'm going to take San Francisco.
Guardsy?
I agree. It's just too many points. I just think it's too many points. I think Seattle's probably going to win. The Darnold thing is interesting. I hope he plays well. But 7.5 to a proud and plucky Niners club with a great coach in Kyle Shanahan feels like too many. So I will take the Niners to cover.
Niners for sure. I think they might win the damn game. I really do, especially if for some reason Darnold can't go. Niners are gritty. I think both the games these teams played against each other were very low-scoring games. I expect that probably again. But at the very least, it's too many points. I tend to think San Fran is going to win, but I definitely will take the Niners with the points. The early Sunday game, New England is hosting the Houston Texans. The Pats are favored by 3.5. Carl?
Defense wins championships. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
The Packers sure don't.
I'll take.
Our client, Mr. Gerbschmidt,
I didn't ask you to respond.
is legally contracted to appear weekly on the bumper.
I didn't ask you to respond.
That was teetering on abusive.
Yeah, I guess. You were saying? Carl?
I was eating something. I've been
disgusting.
eating a lot since Saturday.
Yeah, I believe it.
Your therapist recommend that? Eat your feelings?
No. Anyway. So I think until you've done it as hard as to say that I don't think you can. I just don't. I'm going to take Houston. I don't have a great feeling about it, but I'll take Houston.
Gartsy?
Patriots will destroy the Texans. Vrabes doing a great job. A couple of good running backs. Drake May, the quarterback that KOC and everybody wanted instead of J.J. McCarthy. We see why. It's in Foxborough. I will take the Patriots to cover.
I want to pick the Texans because I love their defense. I don't like their defense. I love their defense. And as Carl says, defense can win championships. My concern is whether the Texans have enough offensively to get the thing done. You know what? I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the Texans. You could say, well, neither team has really proven much of anything. So how do you hold that against New England? The game is in New England, but I really like this Houston defense. I think they're going to make life miserable for Drake May. I'm going to take Houston to cover and potentially to even win. Rams, Bears, it's up to 4.5? I had it at 3.5, but maybe it's changed or maybe this is a different service. We're going with Rams by 4.5 over the homestanding Bears in the late game Sunday, I think 5:30 Central.
You got it.
Tip-off.
DraftKings has it as 4.5 point favorites.
4.5 points. Wow. Gerby, what do you think?
Rams.
Rams?
Go Rams.
In a word.
Go Rams.
Guardsy?
I think the Rams are going to win. 4.5 seems a little meaty. It seems a little rich. Feels like a 27-24 type game. The Bears haven't really beaten anybody.
That's a lot of points when the win show is going to be minus 20.
That's true. So 20-17, maybe 17-14. The Bears really haven't had to. The Bears haven't been tested, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season.
Well, wait a minute. Why do you get to make your editorial comments, bullying comments?
Well, I said under my breath.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's awful.
I'm Gerbschmitting this one because I'm torn. Give me the Rams. Rams are going to cover.
I might as well take my club. I still am not captivated by the monsters of the Midway defensively at all. I think to a certain extent, less than I would call intelligent coaching in the second half last week had as much to do with the Bears looking better defensively as the Bears defense playing better itself. It's very strange. I think it is too many points. I think this might be a game where the weather conditions affect both teams to the extent that then it's like 13-10, and then it's weirdness. I don't see anywhere near as much scoring as you might see under normal conditions. So I'm going to take the Bears to at least cover at home against the Los Angeles Rams of Anaheim. Carl?
And just because I know you guys want to know what's going on, I'll tell you this. I'm an owner. Things are going to change, okay?
What does that mean?
Things are going to change.
That sounds
why don't you be a reporter and find
sounds like an ultimatum.
It is an ultimatum. Tomatum. Is that how you say it?
Well, it's ultimatum, but I like saying ultimatum sounds more worldly, more profound.
Ultimatum. Whatever.
One last question, by the way, from the audience.
Changes are coming. Just remember that.
We've heard that before from you. What was more painful, writes 651 guy, the bike mishap or the game against Scooter Neal's team?
Mr. Gerbschmidt is not obligated to work in an unsafe job environment.
Oh, man. We got to go. Anything else before we go? Carl? I think that might be it. Okay.
What a shame.
We'll let him go. Yeah, top of the hour pause. Gessling in about a half hour. And Scooter returns at 5:30.